Hey there! If you are tired of not knowing what to say in English, if somebody asks you a question and you freeze, I will help you. Today I will ask you 15 questions and I will give you sentence starters and some useful words to make your sentences longer. I will give you some time to think and then I will give you my answers. If you're ready, let's go. Question 1. If you had a personal robot, what boring daily chore would you give it and why? If I had a robot, I would definitely delegate washing the dishes to it. I find it absolutely tedious and I feel like I could be doing something more exciting at the moment. Question 2. What are some things in your daily routine that you prefer to do slowly and why? Since I came to Turkey, breakfast has been the most important meal for me, and I love savoring each dish and taking my time, talking to my family. And then I love how the breakfast slowly moves from the table to sofa and people continue with drinking coffee. So I wouldn't rush through breakfast. And I think a good breakfast makes your day. Question 3. Think about some popular book or movie or food that everybody loves, but you can't stand. So honestly, I am not a fan of sushi and I think it's totally overrated. For me, I would just prefer eating fish, baked or fried. Question 4. Think about your most chaotic travel experience. Tell me what went wrong. So one day, me and my boyfriend were hiking in Kyrgyzstan, and we wanted to get to the mountain lake from a village, and there was no public transportation whatsoever. And we found a local person who agreed to give us a ride up there. Then the driver offered us to stay in his family yurt, which was totally cool. But there comes an unexpected turn of events. He promised that he would take us down to the village in the morning. But when we woke up, we realized that he had already left. So we were stuck up there. It looks like an absolute disaster, but it was one of the best travel experiences. Question 5. If you could meet your past self from 5 years ago, what would you tell yourself? Okay, so if I met my past self from 5 years ago, I would say stop asking for advice and make your choices yourself and trust your gut because this is your life. Question 6. Think about your achievements. What are you truly proud of? So this speaking to the camera is one of my biggest achievements recently, and I'm proud of it because I have always wanted to try, but I felt so insecure, although I feel like I have so many things to say. I'm happy now. Question 7. What is your favorite spot in your city and how does it make you feel? Okay, so the seaside in Izmir is my favorite spot. I love how the sea changes color depending on the time of the day. And sea is my true source of inspiration. It helps me to calm down and clear my head. Question 8. How do you understand that a new person is your person and matches your vibe? Okay, so when I meet this person and the conversation feels so effortless and the topics are interesting for both of us, and when they speak, you're like, me too, and you feel like you have known each other for a long time and you click instantly. Question 9. If you could create a new national holiday, what would it be and how would you celebrate it? So I would totally create a festival of art. It could be a weekend or a week of art where people would attend different workshops and they would try painting or singing or dancing, and everyone will be supported and celebrated. Nobody would be judged. I think art is very important, and when AI takes over the world, art will save us. Question 10. What is one thing that you changed your mind about in the past few years? Okay, this one is simple. I have always avoided bread because I thought it was the source of unnecessary carbs. But with time, I realized that it's all about balance. Question 11. What is one small new habit that has upgraded your life or daily routine? Okay, so I started this habit like 1 year ago. I try to walk after dinner just around my neighborhood for 10-15 minutes instead of just moving from the dinner table to sofa. And I feel like it gave me a boost of energy, and I also I sleep better. So it was great. I recommend it. Question 12. What is one thing that you absolutely love doing alone when nobody's watching? So one thing I love doing when I'm alone and nobody's watching or listening is singing. So I just play some song with lyrics and I sing along, sometimes in English, sometimes in Spanish. It makes me feel amazing. Question 13. What is one topic that makes you wanna check your phone and leave? So one thing is when the conversation is very superficial, like for a small talk, it's okay, but I prefer to talk about some deep stuff, philosophy, psychology, life, this, that. The second thing is when a person just talks about him or herself all the time and they don't even ask you about your life, like they hijack the conversation. This gets on my nerves. Question 14. In your opinion, what is number one rule of a true friendship? Okay, number one rule of friendship for me is honesty. You should always tell the truth. Don't be afraid to hurt my feelings, even if it's bad. Question 15. When you meet new people, instead of asking them, what do you do? What's your job? What do you think we should ask? So instead of asking, what do you do? I would ask people about their passion or hobbies, like what they like doing in their free time. I think it tells you a lot about the person. And maybe if we get on well, I can also ask, if you were not doing this job right now, what would you be doing? So that's it. I hope you had fun, and let me know in the comments if you have any other question ideas. See you in the next video.